Tonight on Marketplace, what you need to know about a popular meat.
You want to know that it's it's been raised humanely.
We take you undercover.
They're going to be absolutely horrified that this is how their food is being produced.
Reveal the darker side of white meat.
You say it's an isolated incident, but this was going on and on and on.
And the choices you can make.
And it's the way turkey's meant to be.
We're on this country road near Cambridge, Ontario.
So that's the barn? Yeah, just to the right of the office.
How long did you work in there?
I worked there for almost 2 months.
2 months undercover, and she's about to share for the first time what she documented behind closed doors.
What's it like to be back here?
It brings back a lot of memories. Just knowing what's going on inside is a bit hard.
It might just change the way you shop. But first, to a market in downtown Toronto to talk turkey.
Do you like turkey?
Yes, I do.
Because it's a white meat.
It's leaner, better for you.
The meat is healthier than other meats.
We're looking for whole turkey.
Okay.
Considered a healthy option, turkey's in demand here.
Thank you so much. Okay, enjoy it.
We need someone to carry it for us now. Thank you.
People want their turkey meat white and cheap. So, how's industry meeting that demand?
As consumers, we're demanding more and more breast meat. We want cheaper food.
Jeff Urton's an expert on farming practices at the BC SPCA.
How is a commercial turkey today different from a turkey 50 years ago?
It's a very different bird. They grow almost twice as fast.
Just check out the difference. On the left, what a turkey used to look like 35 years ago. On the right, a bird the same age that's now been genetically selected to have more meat, more than twice the size.
Maple Leaf Prime Extra Lean Ground Turkey.
Big name companies like Maple Leaf are cashing in on the demand for all that white meat. And 90% of the turkey in Canada can be traced back to just one company, Hybrid Turkeys, one of the biggest breeders in the world. We head to their headquarters in Kitchener, Ontario, to speak with Science and Technology Manager Helen Wachinski.
Very basically, we have the grandparents, the great-grandparents, and great-great-grandparents of the birds that are in the commercial barns.
What's the benefit of having a turkey that's hybrid stock?
We're always looking for improved performance and a better turkey, and a turkey that, grows a little bit faster but utilizes less feed.
The company boasts biosecure barns we're told we can't even visit to ensure their birds are kept healthy.
How important is animal welfare to your company?
Oh, absolutely critical. The animal welfare and well-being is central to the core values of our company.
I was told that if I abused the animals, I would be fired immediately.
Jennifer's job is to go undercover for the animal rights group Mercy for Animals Canada. She got hired at Hybrid.
So they took animal welfare seriously?
Yes, it appeared that way.
Did that impression change?
It quickly changed.
Jennifer's not her real name. She's wearing a wig and asked us to alter her voice to protect her identity. For 2 months, she secretly filmed. Her job? Gathering the eggs from generations of specially bred stock.
Sometimes I collected upwards of 300.
Those eggs become breeding stock for farms in Canada and around the world. Super-sized turkeys with lots of meat. So the eggs are valuable. At Hybrid, most of these birds look healthy. Sick or injured birds are supposed to be kept separately so they can recover. But Jennifer says that didn't seem to happen. She asks a worker what to do if a bird can't walk.
When you kick him in the tail, okay? It doesn't really matter, but see what he does? Turn around, walk up to the bird, get it going. Right here with the hockeys. Boom! Right? You see what that does? Give him a Charlie horse, more or less, right?
Another day, walking through the barn, Jennifer spots this bird, blind. It's still there the following week.
She was hiding under a water drinker.
And when Jennifer asks other workers what to do,
There's a blind bird. Should I do anything with it or just leave it?
I might as well leave it for now.
Doesn't affect production because you could have a double blind bird that's still laying eggs.
Why didn't you report what you saw to authorities right away?
Because we need to build a case and establish a pattern of cruelty.
we head to the University of Guelph to find out what an animal welfare expert has to say about this troubling footage.
Yes, yeah, terrible.
Professor Ian Duncan is with the Department of Animal and Poultry Science.
This is a hen and her eye is swollen. You can see it bulging out there.
This animal, without a doubt, is suffering and really should be euthanized.
How painful would that gash be?
Well, it would be very painful.
What are these images telling you about the welfare of the birds here?
I think the welfare is not very good. The birds are not being properly monitored. Surely animals suffering should be helped in some way. They should either be treated or they should be euthanized.
Putting sick or injured turkeys down is always difficult to watch, but even Jennifer was unprepared for what she saw. Her camera recording disturbing footage we're about to show you. Workers at Hybrid are supposed to use a special tool on both the female turkeys and the larger males called toms.
You were supposed to wrap it around the neck of the bird and pull it together, and it was supposed to kill the bird instantly. But because the toms were so big, the tool wouldn't work.
A worker tries to euthanize this large male turkey. The tool doesn't work. He comes back with a broomstick.
This was the worst abuse I've ever seen inflicted on an animal.
Minutes tick by. Then, a shovel.
There's nothing you can really do for these animals besides try to document it to make things better for the future.
Did you talk to anyone about what you saw?
A lot of times when the turkey is eyewitnessed being killed, there was management present walking around the barn. They knew what was going on.
When we come back,
you say it's an isolated incident, but this was going on and on and on.
And the choices you can make when you buy turkey. We're investigating animal welfare promises. Back at the market, we're finding out how important those claims are to you.
We want to know that it's it's been raised humanely.
Is the welfare of a turkey important to you?
I think it makes me feel better that the turkey's been looked after.
It would be nice to know that what I'm eating has been treated well.
Company promises are reassuring. One of Canada's top turkey brands, Maple Leaf, says everyone involved in the raising of animals and poultry are required to adhere to good animal handling practices. Maple Leaf's turkey comes from Hybrid, the company behind 90% of Canada's turkey. But video shot inside these barns near Cambridge, Ontario, suggests Hybrid may not be living up to its commitments.
Animal welfare and well-being is central to the core values of our company.
This is the bird here.
We show Hybrid Turkey's spokesperson Helen Wachinski some of the disturbing footage. A turkey, blind, left for days.
Vets that we've shown this video to say this bird should be euthanized.
Does that mean all blind animals should be euthanized?
They said it was inhumane to keep a blind bird alive.
I disagree with that. What is inhumane about it? This is a bird that is eating and drinking, walking, preening, behaving normally.
And producing an egg.
Well, I mean, if she was not producing an egg, then we wouldn't be keeping her within the barn because she's gone out of production, which means she's been severely compromised and she's not in a good state of health.
What about this employee who says kick the birds if they're not walking?
Food, right? You see what that does? Give him a Charlie horse.
So the worker is saying give the bird a Charlie horse.
Yes, I heard that. And again, That is not consistent with our animal care practices, and it's only when we get information like this that we could take action.
But we've learned there's no mandatory inspection for animal welfare on farms in Canada. Jeff Ertens with the BC SPCA.
It's hard to say exactly what's happening on these farms because there isn't really anyone coming in from the outside very often. It's SPCAs in Canada who do animal cruelty law enforcement. We have no inspection mandate for farms in Canada, so that would take a whistleblower to come forward and make an actual animal cruelty complaint.
Or hidden camera footage. This is the first time Wachinski watches the raw video of a failed euthanization at a hybrid barn.
So this is taking several minutes for this bird, and it is still alive.
This is absolutely against our animal care and welfare policies. This tool is effective if used properly.
After seeing this video, Hybrid maintains their birds get good medical care, but suspends 4 workers, including a supervisor, and begins an internal investigation.
So we're hoping that by suspending the employees, introducing a new type of tool, training them, and then also following up, in the near future with some video monitoring, that we will help to address these issues, and that issues like this will be brought to our attention more quickly.
Clearly, self-regulation for inspections didn't work at this farm. Why should people trust that going forward, more self-regulation is going to be any better?
Again, we feel this is an isolated incident. Employees have been trained. They know what they're supposed to do. There was obviously a lapse. There's been a mistake made here.
But how do you know it's isolated?
We have no indication that anything like this is going on in any other location or farm.
The Ontario Provincial Police and the Ontario SPCA are now investigating. As for the group representing the industry, the Turkey Farmers of Canada, it also says it's an isolated incident. Maple Leaf tells us the same thing. But with no mandatory inspections for animal welfare, how can you be sure?
If industry fails to take the lead in providing that assurance, then government absolutely needs to step in and do proactive inspections to make sure that good standards are being met. I think that's what Canadians would expect.
We ask Ontario's Minister of Agriculture, Premier Kathleen Wynne, for an interview, but are turned down. So we catch up with her at a news conference.
Premier Wynne, Erica Johnson from CBC Marketplace. Consumers want to know that people producing their food are raising animals humanely. Why are there no government inspections for animal welfare on farms in Ontario?
Well, the OSPCA has authority over animal welfare in the province, and they work closely with the Ministry of Agriculture and Food.
But they only investigate after a complaint has been made. Who's ensuring that animals are being treated humanely?
Well, as I say, the OSPCA does have responsibility, and our Ministry of Agriculture and Food works closely with them.
Until there are mandatory government inspections for animal welfare, what choices do you have? On Vancouver Island,
Atta girl.
Farmer Kathy Beaton raises an alternative to the bigger, faster turkeys from Hybrid.
This is as big as they'll get. They don't just keep getting bigger and heavier.
Turkeys raised traditionally are a bit more expensive.
One of the biggest things they ask now is, were the birds happy? I would say they're happy just by looking at them.
She says if you want to know about your food, you've got to get to know your farmer.
You can't say that all commercial farms are mistreating their animals, and you can't say all heritage farms are treating them right.
As for the undercover worker who filmed at Hybrid, she says she's not done.
It's not the way we should be treating animals.
She'll keep filming until Canadians can be more confident about what goes on behind closed doors.